Here we go then, guys, more swing fixes coming at you from my golf app. Let's talk wrist angles, face to path delivery, and how that might affect the loft. Try and give this guy a bit of help with his swing that looks quite good to me. Lots of decent movements. Let's get stuck in. So, interesting swing. His path, for argument's sake, from the 2D camera, looks relatively sensible. So what I mean by that is the club looks like it's trying to hit the ball on a relatively straight line. So the club is travelling pretty straight. Doesn't look like it's coming massive across or rose from the inside. From what you can see, which is limited, but from a 2D camera, I've seen enough swings with launch monitors on to often correspond the two images. Looks relatively sensible. Ball starts high right though, doesn't it? So he is delivering loft. Forget the height, let's pretend it's a 7 iron. It looks like it shoots up very high for the lofted club that's in his hand. I might be totally wrong, I can't see the loft of the club, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay with that one. And it shoots up high to the right. You can't see how it then curves, I imagine, subject to the loft of the club. As he decreases the loft, it kind of does that and curves off to the right. So we see a backswing where he wants to twist the club this way. So for me, I would have the club, say, more leading edge parallel with my left arm. He wants it turning more down to the ground. So for me, I'm using my wrist this way on the backswing. So I'm revving it, if you like, that way to then in turn turn that club. Now what happens is by doing that, we can call that open, which is what lots of people want to call it. But for me, he delivers the face with a lot of loft. He delivers it right of his path. So it would be open to his path, so you could say that's open. But from that angle, he could hit 5 from the inside, and then his face would be 0 to his path with more loft. So for me, that club face isn't anything until it's delivered, and what it's delivered with, for me, more than anything else, is quite a lot of loft. Let's take that loft off. This angle here, as you twist it around the axis of the shaft, it affects loft more than it affects anything else, I find, with my students. So for me, it looks like as you take the club back, possibly, check this yourself, that you've got the club through this part of your hand rather than say down here. So through the middle of your palm, very common with people who want to twist the club the way you want to twist it. So let's just check that yourself. I can't see particularly from the video, just from top of the backswing, it looks a little bit that way. Just get it in that lower part of that palm, it'll make a massive difference. Then I want you to feel that you make a few backswings, and I've done this a lot with students. I want you to feel as you go back, you're trying to turn. So I've got a Puma logo on my glove. I'm going to feel like I'm turning it up to the sky, and then as I pull down to hit the ball, so feel as I start coming down to hit the ball, I'm going to keep that Puma's logo pointing more back towards your camera. They're feeling type terms, they're slightly exaggerated the way if you were to do what I physically said there, so point this at the sky, and as you pull down, actually point this at the camera, there's a good chance you're going to take the loft off the club, so the ball will go lower. But for me, when I teach students, sometimes if I use those more extreme terms, especially with a student like this, it gets them to their 0 point. It gets them to feel how exaggerated maybe they need to feel to get the face controlled to their path. So really, it's about you trying to control this twist and keeping everything else, as much as I can see, in there. Up to the top of the backswing, feel like you flatten the left wrist with the left arm as you pull down. Feel like you're maintaining that angle, almost turning it away from you a bit more, so back towards the camera, and then just swing on the path you're swinging. I think you'll find you start hitting some different shape, certainly some different launching shots, and often resulting in better distance and a lot more control, hitting more greens in regulation, those kind of things. Hope that helps. Post comments down below as always. Speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more videos. Find me on Instagram at Crossfield Mark, also on Twitter at 4golfonline. Find me on Facebook, Mark Crossfield. Thanks for watching. Post comments as always, and see you soon.